Hey there. So today I have a very different video. I think most would consider this not a keto video, but it's more of like a weight loss video. So I do follow the keto diet consistently. I don't have very many cheat days, but from time to time, I feel like I might not be on the right track that I'm wanting for my weight loss. So I try and switch up my diet and do what this video is about, which is a juice cleanse. So this is the way that I do a juice cleanse. This is something that has worked for me in the past. It's made me feel really good. It's been helpful in identifying foods that I don't want to have as a part of my diet regularly. So it's specified to how I do things. It's not something that you're gonna find online, other than, I guess, in this video. So lately, I've been feeling not so great about my diet. I've been getting a lot of headaches, and I don't know why, and it's been really awful, and I haven't been able to successfully get rid of them. Additionally, I have been having like some skin issues, which is something that's happened in the past, and I've thankfully been able to get rid of it, but it's coming back right now, and like the corners of my mouth is like tearing, which is really painful and awful to deal with. So and then like I've just been feeling like really full and not so great. I've been feeling heavy, I guess. And by doing the egg fast that I did not that long ago, I'll put it in the cards if you haven't seen that video, because I thought it was really insightful. But when I did the egg fast, I was hoping to get a kind of rejuvenated feeling after a day or two, but I didn't feel that way. And I did it for 5 days, and afterwards, I was just kind of happy to get back to my regular keto diet. So when I went back to eating keto, I was still not feeling like 100% great about like after eating or about my weight or whatever. But the egg fast did kind of help me identify a weight that I want to be at, because I've never had a goal weight. I've never known what the weight would be, like what the number would be that would make me feel the most comfortable. So the egg fast kind of identified that I do want to lose at least 10 pounds, but I still don't have like a goal weight in mind. I just know that I was feeling a lot more comfortable in my own skin when I was at a lower weight while I was doing the egg fast. So by identifying that in the egg fast, it kind of just helped me to set out a goal for myself and kind of know what I want to strive for, because I've kind of been flying blind this whole time. So the egg fast was definitely helpful, but it didn't make me feel better, I guess. So something that I have done in the past that has made me feel a lot better is what I call a juice cleanse. So I've done juicing in more of the traditional sense, where it's like raw juices from fruits and vegetables. I've done that, and it's not great. But the way that I am going to show you how I do it is going to be completely different. So this is not something I recommend for a regular way of eating. I don't think it's a healthy way of eating regularly. This is kind of along the lines of an elimination diet, where I get rid of a lot of foods that I normally eat, and I only drink liquids. And that, to me, kind of makes me feel like I'm flushing my system, and I'm kind of starting fresh with keto, and then I'm going to be able to measure my ketone levels before I have certain foods that like are regular parts of my diet, and then after I eat those foods, to kind of identify what is something that's going to help me achieve my goals versus the foods that I might be incorporating in my diet that's not helping me achieve my goals. So that's kind of the whole point of it. The whole point is to be able to identify the foods that I do want to regularly incorporate in my diet. So this isn't a long-term solution at all. It's just something that I've done periodically to help me feel better or like get me on track, so to speak. A lot of people try and do like fast and things to jumpstart their weight loss. This is kind of my remedy for a fast, because I can't do like full-blown fasts because I find them to be really triggering, and it kind of causes me to binge eat and get into a lot of old habits that cause me to be overweight. So I don't feel like fasts are a good remedy for me, but this juice cleanse is something that I have found personally to be really, really helpful and manageable for me. So with that being said, I'm going to share what I have during the juice cleanse in case it might be helpful to you. So what I'm planning on doing in this video is I'm going to show you, one, the types of juices that I drink while doing the juice cleanse. And then two, I'm going to show you day by day of the juice cleanse, what I have, and my results for each day. And then I'll also do, similar to the egg fast video, where I'll do each day kind of like a check-in at the end of the day, just saying how I feel that day. I'm really hoping the results are going to be different than the egg fast. I'm pretty certain that they will be, because I've done a juice cleanse before and I have felt a lot better while doing it than how I felt when I did the egg fast. I'm going to start with a grocery haul for the kinds of juices that I want in my juice cleanse. So this can definitely vary depending on your taste, but I just want to show you kind of like the parameters that I look for when doing a juice cleanse. Okay, so I have three categories of my drinks. I have the electrolyte drinks, the energy drinks, and then I'll show you the more drinks that will be like my lunches. What I picked up from a grocery outlet is this Isopure protein drink. It has 0 carbs. So this one I actually got from the 99-cent store, I think. I had it in a previous grocery haul. I'll put it in the cards. But I got this. This one's apple melon. This one is supposed to have electrolytes in it. It is 0 carb. It has 20 grams of protein, so I'm hoping that helps me stay full. It has whey protein, BCAAs. Anyway, so this one is one that's hopefully going to keep me hydrated. I also got this flavor, which this is actually a bigger bottle. It has 4 more ounces in it. Also 0 carb, but this one has 40 grams of protein. I have no idea if these taste good, but this is an icy orange flavor. I really doubt that these taste good because it's basically just a protein drink, but with water. But it is 0 carb, so this is something I could incorporate on keto if I do like it. And then I got a couple Propels. A big thing to keep in mind when you're doing this cleanse is to definitely have variety. So that's what you're going to see here, is that I have a lot of variety. So you definitely don't want to get sick of a drink that you're having. So I made sure I covered my bases. So I have this Propel. This is a berry flavor. This is just an electrolyte water beverage. I don't particularly care for the Propels. I feel like they're kind of bland in flavor, but it does have 0 carbs, and there's the vitamins it has in it. But I just got this in case I wanted something other than water that has a little more electrolyte to it. I got this strawberry kiwi flavor as well of the Propel. Then I got these Powerade Zeros. I learned from the egg fast that Gatorade Zero is going to stall my weight loss, because in the last day of my egg fast, I did not lose any weight, which was really frustrating. But I finally was able to pick up some Powerade Zeros, so I'm going to incorporate these in my juice cleanse instead of the Gatorade Zeros, because these have half as many carbs as the Gatorade Zeros. So it says less than 1 gram in about half of the container, and the Gatorade Zeros are 2 full carbs in a whole container. So I got the grape, I got mixed berry, and they actually had this fruit punch too, which I don't even know if I like fruit punch because I never had it as a kid growing up. But I thought, just for variety's sake, I'll get 3 different kinds, because then I'll be prepared for any mood I'm in. Then I have this, which I'm sure you've seen in a What I Eat in a Day video. But this is peach and green tea flavor. That's what the mystery flavor is. But these I just love. They have great flavor. They're bubbly, so it reminds me of soda. And I can freeze them, and they get into a real icy consistency. It's really great. And they kind of keep me full too. But they are zero calorie and 0 carb. So all of these drinks have been 0 calorie so far. I don't know if you've noticed that, but they have been. So these are something that Grocery Outlet had. It's a 15 pack, and it was for $14.99. So it's $1 each. These buy drinks are usually like $2.99 each. So this was really a steal. I got 2 boxes of these because I actually really like this strawberry lemon on its own, and I've had a really hard time finding it. I've only found it at like some co-ops. But then they also have this blueberry lemonade. I love lemonade, so this is perfect for me because it's the lemonade variety pack. But I know I like that one. I'm sure I'll like that one. And then the lemon, the regular lemonade, I'm sure it will just be a little bit bland. But anyways, each of these is 5 calories per 8 ounces, and it is 1 gram of carbs per 8 ounces. So these are something that would be really tasty, kind of on the sweet side, because it has 5 grams of erythritol in it. So I'm really looking forward to having these, not just for this juice cleanse, but also after, because these are keto, and they taste really good. At least this one does. I don't know about the other 2, but if you like lemonade, this one's a nice keto lemonade for sure. Okay, so getting into the energy ones. This is Celsius. This is kind of a bland beverage, but it does give you energy at least. This is their watermelon flavor. It is carbonated, I believe, a little bit. It's been a little while since I've had it, but it says it burns body fat, so I'm interested in seeing how this works while I'm doing my juice cleanse, because I've never had this while on my juice cleanse. But 1 can has 10 calories and 0 carbs. So this is, again, something I can incorporate in keto. The next one, I have a Monster Ultra Red. This one is just kind of a nice flavor. It has 1 gram of carbs per 8 ounces. So what I like to do is have half of these in the morning, just because I don't like to have too much caffeine. So I'll have half in the morning, probably every day. But I do have different flavors. I really like this Zero Ultra. I don't really know how to describe what it tastes like, but it's not like a typical Monster energy drink flavor. It's kind of borderline fruity, but it tastes really good. I also have this Bang Rainbow Unicorn. I have no idea what that's going to taste like. I don't particularly like the Bangs, but this one is 0 carbs. So maybe if I have a Powerade Zero and one of these, that might be too many carbs in a day, so I could switch to the Bang. I don't know. But again, just having options. Then I have 2 flavors of rain that I'm going to probably have because I like the rain. This one's peach fizz. Never had this flavor before, but I'm excited for it. And it does have 2 grams of carbs in the whole container, but I'll probably just have half a container, so I'll have 1 carb in that in the morning. Again, I wouldn't have all of these in the same day. I would just pick one and have half the bottle. But again, I like to have options so that I stay on track and I don't waver from this juice cleanse. So I also got this. This is just a beverage that I'm probably going to have while doing keto. This is Kool-Aid Zero Sugar. And it does have 0 carbs, so I'm excited about that. I don't particularly like Kool-Aid, but I really love fruity beverages. And I can't have juice while I'm doing keto, so this is a good substitute. Probably. I haven't tried it, so I don't know for sure. So up until this point, all of these beverages have been close to 0 calories and close to 0 carbs. So pretty much this has been all keto up until this point, but this is going to be the point where I might lose some people, but it's very important, the next group of drinks that I'm going to introduce. So what I'm going to be using as kind of like a lunch drink is these kefirs. So I've never tried this Wallaby organic kefir, but this one's vanilla flavored, so I'm excited for that. And these are not keto. I will say that again. These are not keto. It has 28 grams of carbs, but only 160 calories. There's a lot of these smoothie-like beverages that have like 260 calories. This is going to be the main meal for each day. I might have 2 servings of this, but I tried to look for the ones with the lowest calories that still have a smoothie-like consistency. And these kefirs are really good because I think they have probiotics in them. I believe that's what it is. That makes them really good for the digestive system. So when I have one of these cups of kefir, not this one in particular because I haven't tried this one, but when I have a cup of kefir, when I'm doing the juice cleanse, it gives me energy and also it makes me feel just fantastic. It helps my digestion while I'm doing the juice cleanse, and it actually keeps me full. So I usually have just a cup of this while I'm at work to give me energy midday, and then I'll have mostly these other beverages. But this is really important when you're doing the juice cleanse, that I do at least, because this will help you get through the day, give you some energy, and it does have some calories. So it's very minimal calories, but it also has carbs. So it's not something that you're going to incorporate in your regular keto diet, but in this juice cleanse, this is something that I have found to be very helpful, and it's low calorie, so it still helps in my weight loss journey. So this is a new brand that I'm trying, Wallaby Organic. It's vanilla. I'm hoping it's good. But the brand that I usually have is this Lifeway kefir. I have the strawberry one. This one's pretty good, and it has less carbs and a little less calories than the Wallaby. But so I would have got the Lifeway again, but Grocery Outlet didn't have it today. So this is the other one that I'll be drinking, especially if this one is just awful. I'll probably mix it with this one and try and get through that if it doesn't taste good. But if you've never had kefir before, it is carbonated, which is kind of odd for a smoothie-like beverage to be carbonated if you're not used to that. It does have a little bit of a bitter bite to it. It's kind of a similar bite that like Greek yogurt has. So that's something to be aware of. If you have kefir, it's not the sweetest thing in the world, but normally it's just that first drink that is kind of harsher than the rest of it. But generally pretty good. Again, not the sweetest thing in the world, but I like to have this as my sustenance for each day of my juice cleanse. I got another bottle of the Aussie kefir. So that's what I'm going to be having while I'm doing this juice cleanse. I will show you day by day how I feel, what I have specifically each day, and we will go from there. Okay, here's day 1, weigh in the morning. Hey there, so I'm getting ready this morning for work, and I wanted to test my ketones before I get started because I'm going to test my ketones every day. I think in the morning and probably at night too. I haven't yet had my rain this morning, so I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones now. Okay, so I'm not in ketosis, so I'll test again in the afternoon and see where I'm at. Hey there, it's day 1. I actually feel pretty good today. I'm really surprised. I didn't sleep like at all last night. So I thought today was going to be horrible because the first day of a juice cleanse usually is pretty awful. But today I had half of my rain in the morning, and that obviously helped a lot. And then probably around 10 o'clock, I started to feel like a tension headache coming on. So I took some Excedrin, which has caffeine in it as well. And that helped my head, but also my energy level. So I haven't really felt tired all day. So that's been really nice. But also, I've just been feeling like pretty good all day. So I'm kind of surprised at how easy today has gone. But for lunch, I had, like I said, I was going to have 8 ounces of this. So I had mentioned previously that I had never tried this brand of kefir. This is actually really good. So I was saying about the Lifeway kefir that it has a little bit of a bite to it. This has far less of a bite to it. It's not sweet, but it's not as bitter as the Lifeway kefir, and it's also, it doesn't have like that carbonated flavor to it. So this is much different. This is more like a yogurt, like a vanilla yogurt drink. So I had 8 ounces of that for lunch today, and I just had a lot of water. I do have a grape sugar-free Powerade in the freezer right now. I'm still feeling like I'm getting a little bit of a headache, so I have that in the freezer to hopefully keep me hydrated so my headache can go away. I did take some ibuprofen as well. As a first day of like a detox or a cleanse, I kind of assume I'm gonna have headaches. I've been having headaches like all last week with eating my regular keto diet, so it's not like bizarre for me to have a headache right now, especially because I'm not eating. But I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll start feeling better as far as my headaches go. So as of right now, I don't have a whole lot to report. I haven't been feeling all that hungry, but I have been feeling pretty energized because I kind of knew what to expect coming into the first day of this cleanse. And I started the day with my half of a rain. So it really helps to kind of be preemptive when it comes to how you're gonna feel during this cleanse. So I never let myself get too hungry. I'm always drinking liquid throughout the day to try and make sure I don't get to that starving point where I eat something that I didn't mean to. So that's been really helpful, making sure that today is going to be successful. So I started the day off right, definitely with energy. And then I made sure I had my lunch on time, and I've just been drinking water all day. So today's gone by pretty easily. I was also very busy at work. So that helped. And normally, because I'm not eating and I'm in a calorie deficit, I usually sleep pretty well too, which I normally don't sleep well. So I'm looking forward to that tonight as well. But that's about it for today. I'm going to have my Powerade. I'm probably only gonna have half of it. Like I said, I'm not feeling super hungry anyways. I just am really wanting my headache to go away. So I'm probably just gonna drink half of that. And I might have one of the other drinks that I had shown you earlier in case I get a little hungry as well. But I will test my ketones in the morning tomorrow after I weigh myself. So I'm really looking forward to what my ketone level is going to read, because this morning it was low and I really don't know why. But we'll see what it is in the morning, and I'll check back in with you then. Bye, guys. Okay, this is day 2. Hey there, this is morning of day 2. So before I got my day started and started drinking juice, I wanted to go ahead and test my ketones. So I just weighed in, and that's going in the right direction. So I'm going to test my ketones right now. Okay. Low again. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hey there, so I just got back from work. This is day 2. I'm feeling pretty good. I slept really well yesterday. I think I woke up with a headache. Now I can't remember. I did. I woke up with a headache, so I was bummed about that. I've been super thirsty all day, but I've been drinking a lot of water. I had my half of a Rain Melon Mania. Then I had 8 ounces of the kefir that I've been drinking, and I just drank water the rest of the day. I do have a Powerade in the freezer that I'm going to have, and I'm feeling pretty hungry, so I'm probably going to have an ice after that, or maybe like in an hour or so, just because I am feeling more hungry than I did in the past yesterday. Today went by really fast. I feel, like I said, pretty good. The one thing that I can say I've noticed the most is I feel like I can breathe. I have a hard time breathing at night, and kind of in general. I always feel like I can't get enough air to my lungs, like I can't breathe deeply enough. I've noticed that while I've been doing this cleanse that I have been able to breathe really well. So, that's been great. I've really appreciated that. I feel like it's because maybe I just eat too much. I know I have an issue with portion control, so I'm aware of that. I'm trying to go about correcting it, but I'm only 5'2", so I feel like maybe like the space between my lungs and my stomach is just not that big. So when I eat too much, it like stops my lungs from being able to expand or something. I don't know. It's just a theory. So I have noticed that I've been able to breathe a lot better, and that has been great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test my ketone level, because I'm really curious as to what it's at now. I tested it this morning and it was reading low. So like it didn't even give me a reading. It just said low. But I've heard other people say that whenever they test their ketones in the morning, it's always really low. So I'm going to try testing it now, because I've gone through a whole day and I haven't had anything when I got home. I mean, I just got home a little bit ago, but I haven't had anything since lunch, I think. So I'm going to test my ketones now and see if I get a different reading. 0.6. So I'm in ketosis. So I'll probably keep testing my ketones in the morning, but I'll start doing it in the afternoon as well. I might even test it like before I go to bed, because I can't believe how different of a reading I got. So I'm going to go ahead and have my Powerade, because I'm pretty thirsty. I don't feel like there's really anything else to report today. I've just been really thirsty, and I slept really well, which is crazy for me because I don't sleep well most nights. But I am feeling more hungry today. So I'm probably going to have a Powerade and then an ice, maybe half an ice. But that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Day 3. Okay, day 3, I'm wanting to test my ketone level before I get the day going, and I'll test again later, so let's try that. Okay, so it read as low again. So I'm probably not going to test in the morning anymore. I'll test in the afternoon again today, and then probably for the rest of the week just be testing in the afternoon. I'm going to have half of this on my way to work today, and then have the rest tomorrow, and then we'll see how the day goes. Hey, so I just got home. I wanted to have a drink. I wanted to have some Powerade. I had half a Powerade this morning. I had the punch one. This one, fruit punch, it's not great. I usually have the mixed berry or the grape, but I had half of my other one. I'm going to test my ketones now, and then I'll kind of update you how my day went. Oh, 0.9. So it did go up since yesterday. So this morning I read low, and then yesterday I read 0.6, and now I'm a 0.9. So that's pretty good. I think I'll test my ketones again when after I have my Powerade, and I'm probably gonna have something else to drink. I woke up feeling pretty awake. I didn't have my energy drink cold, so I didn't drink that on my way to work. When I got to work around like 8:30, I was feeling pretty tired. Like, I noticed the difference from not having the energy drink first thing in the morning. So I waited until maybe about 10 to have the energy drink because I wanted it cold. So around 10, I had half of the Monster that I showed this morning, I believe. But I pretty much just drank the half of this flavor of Powerade and half of the Monster, and then water the rest of the day. I didn't have anything else. So I felt pretty good for most of the day. The only thing was that I had kind of a rough last 30 minutes of my day at work. It was just kind of a disheartening conversation I had with my boss, and anyways, on my car ride home, I wasn't really feeling hungry or anything, but because I was feeling bad about the conversation I had with my boss, I was really feeling like, like, forget this cleanse thing. I just want to like order a pizza and just like eat a bunch of carby food to make me feel better, because I just don't like feeling so crappy, and I just want something to make me feel better. And I realized on the car ride home, like, that's what I used to do when I was overweight. And, I'm really trying to not rely on food to make me feel like happy, because I don't think that's the healthiest of relationships to have with food. So, I basically shed one single tear about how I was feeling, and then was determined to not let my crappy day affect how I was going to treat my body. So I'm going to stick with it. I have done really good so far. It honestly hasn't been that hard. I've felt a lot better than I did last week, so I'm going to stick with it no matter what dumb things happen while I'm at work. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of, I guess, get that out, because it had me feeling pretty bad. But I'm not going to let that ruin the rest of my day. So I'm going to have my ice, and then when my mixed berry Powerade is nice and frozen, I'm going to drink half of that as well. And I'll pop back on after I have those drinks to measure my ketone level again, and that way we can kind of see if those drinks affect your ketone level. I'll do it just in case anybody likes the ice beverages, and the Powerade Zeros as well. I'll go ahead and test my ketones once after I have the ice, and then again after I have the Powerade, since there will be a little bit of a span between the two, because I mean, I'm not going to drink that much fluids. That's a lot. But I'll go ahead and test my ketones 2 more times today, and just see how it turns out. See if it goes down or what. So I'll pop back on in a little bit to do that. Okay, so I had basically a full ice. I had the mystery flavor. I'm so cold. That's why I still have my jacket on. But I'm going to test my ketones right now. It's been 30 minutes since I finished the ice. .6, so it did go down by like 0.3. So I'll go ahead and test my ketones in another 30 minutes. So it's been another 30 minutes, so I'm gonna test my ketones again. .6, so it looks like that's probably as low as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna go ahead and have half a Powerade too, and then I'll test my ketones again in 30 minutes. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and test my glucose level, or my ketones. I'm gonna test my ketones again. I had half of a Powerade, so we'll see if it changed. Last time it was a 0.6. Oh, it went up. That's so weird. Okay, so I'll test it again in 30 minutes and see if it changes. Okay, it's been another 30 minutes, so it's been a full hour since I had the Powerade, the half a Powerade. So I'm gonna test my ketones again. Unchanged, so that's really good to know. I don't know why the ice would affect my ketone level and not the Powerade, because the Powerade and the ice both have sucralose in them. But that's good to know about the Powerade, at least, because I kind of rely on those for electrolytes. So that's all I'm going to have for today. I'll check back in with you tomorrow. Day 4. Hey guys, day 4. I'm not going to test my ketones today. I look so tired, but I slept well and I feel pretty good, feel pretty energized. I'm going to have half of a Powerade on my way to work, and then I left my other half of my Monster at work, so I'm going to drink it once I get to work. And then I'll see how the day goes, but I'll check back in with you guys when I come home from work. Hey there, so I am going to test my ketone right now. I just got home. I am feeling just fine, but a little tired, I guess, maybe. I'm going to have a Propel in a little bit, and then also an ice again. I feel like I've had a lot of water, which is good, but I only had my kefir in the afternoon, and then I had half a Powerade in the morning, and then after that I had half of my Monster. So I haven't had anything for a little while. I'm going to test my ketones now and see what the results are. Okay. Oh wow, 0.4. So that's kind of weird. I'm out of ketosis. I don't really understand that, but that's okay. I don't think I'll test my ketones again today. I think I'll just have the Propel and the Powerade Zero. Today was pretty smooth. It's just it's just hard at work. I was thinking today, it's so much easier to like focus on your health when like literally everything in your life is going so perfectly, but that's not really realistic. You know, something's always going to go on in your life, and there's always going to be something stressful. So, you know, I just keep reminding myself nothing's ever going to be perfect, and I have to focus on my health no matter what stressors are going on in my life. And I just need to do what's best for me. And right now eating a pizza is not what's best for me. I'm not even like craving a pizza. It's just like one of those old habits that like, I don't know, that's like the only time I got joy or something. So like because I have a bad day or whatever, I feel like that's going to make me happy, which it wouldn't. It'd make me feel bad. And it's a silly thing I have to remind myself. But anyways, I'm gonna finish up the day with one Propel and the ice. I don't know that I'll drink the whole ice, but I'll have probably half of it at least. But I'll see you in the morning for day 5. Bye. Day 5. Hey there, it's morning of day 5. I weighed in this morning and it was not good, so I'm not too happy this morning. I also look just so awful, but it's Friday, so oh well. Last night, I don't know why my weigh-in was so bad this morning. Last night I had the ice like I said I was going to, and I had maybe like a third of a Propel. I don't know if it was the Propel or not, but I think I'll probably avoid Propels today. Let me show you what I'll have for my energy drink. Today for my energy drink, I'm going to have half of this rainbow unicorn bang. Let me just taste it real quick because I haven't tried this before. Well, it's actually pretty nice. It has a little bit of like a hint of a fruity flavor, but it doesn't have that weird bang taste that the other bangs usually have. It's very subtle, which is nice for bang because usually their flavors are like in your face. So I'm gonna have half of that this morning. And I think I'll avoid the Propels just because it's my last day. So I'll just stick with my Powerades, which is fine because I have more anyways. But yeah, I'm so disappointed about that weigh-in this morning. So, anyways, I'll try and figure things out. Today, I'm also going to take my BHB capsules. I don't know if this is going to make a difference. And I wanted to start taking this after I had another consistent day of like losing a pound, but today just didn't happen. So yeah. A serving is 2, so I'm gonna have 2 of these with my energy drink, and then I'll have my kefir at work and maybe a Powerade. And then I'll check back in with you guys after work. Hey there, day 5, just got back from work. I got my little buddy here with me because I just got home and he's just so talkative today. I'm so happy it's day 5. Today, I don't know if it's just because it's the last day, but I'm pretty tired of not eating solid foods. And I have some plans for some recipes over the weekend, so I am like really excited to be trying some new food. So really glad it's day 5. I'm hoping I can get through the night without any slip-ups. He thinks I can. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and test my ketones and then tell you about how I've been feeling today. Okay. Wow. So 0.8, that's higher than it was yesterday. So the only thing I did different today is I didn't have that Propel that I had yesterday. So that kind of makes me wonder about those Propels. I don't think the Propels are that good, so it's not something that I'm concerned about because after I drink the Propels that I got in my grocery haul, then I'm not gonna have Propels again because I prefer Powerades. They just taste better. Speaking of Powerade, I'm going to have half of one after I'm done here. But what I had for the rest of the day, I had half of the Bang that I had shown you in the morning. That tasted pretty good. It almost had a tropical taste to it, but it wasn't tropical. Anyways, had half of that. That was good. Got to work. And I don't think I had anything else until my cup of kefir in the afternoon, and I had that late. I had that at 1. So I usually have that like around 11 or 12, but it was just a busy day. So had that a little late, and then I had put a Powerade in the freezer at work after I had my kefir because I was feeling really thirsty. I was drinking a lot of water today. And then I totally forgot that I left my Powerade in the freezer, so it's still in the freezer at work. Whoopsie daisy. But I haven't really had anything else. I didn't have like a diet root beer or anything else, so I'm feeling pretty thirsty. I've just had a lot of water today. Again, didn't have a Propel. Oh, what I did have is about a half of one of my mystery ice while I was at work. I had that probably at like 3 o'clock. Just because I was feeling kind of thirsty, and I don't know why I forgot about my Powerade. Oh, you know what it was? I had put the Powerade in the freezer when I got the ice. So, anyways, I drank the half of an ice, and I'm going to have half a Powerade now. I don't know if I'm going to have anything else. I'm feeling more hungry than I did yesterday, and I showed you this morning that I took those BHB pills. I took these ones in the morning. I don't know if these have made me more hungry. I don't know if that's part of why my ketone level is higher. I don't know. I think I'll take these with my Powerade. I'll take maybe one more of these because I know this kind of can get like my blood circulating and can make it hard to sleep, at least for me. So I think maybe I'll have one more of these with my Powerade, and then I'll test my ketones in I'll try 30 minutes and then an hour just to see if this does anything. But as of right now, I'm just going to do the Powerade. Okay, it has been 30 minutes since I took these BHB capsules. I actually ended up taking 2. I said I was going to take 1, but then I thought, why not just go all the way, and took a full serving, which is 2. So that was 30 minutes ago, so I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones now. My blood looks super watery. It's like really weird. Oh, thank God. I thought maybe I didn't put enough blood on there, but going. Oh my God. In 30 minutes, it went up to 1.5. I don't know. I didn't want to be one of those people that's like drinking the Kool-Aid when it comes to these BHB pills, but with exogenous ketones. I looked up BHB salts because that's like what the active ingredients were in like all the exogenous ketone like solutions or whatever, but 1.5, I was reading 0.8 30 minutes ago before I took these. I'm gonna put an alarm for another 30 minutes and then test my ketones again and see if it goes up. But 1.5, that's really high. That's really high. I'm surprised. But I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, so now it's been a full hour since I had these BHB pills, so I'm going to test my ketone level again and see what it's at. .4. So it went down just a smidge. So it kind of seems like 1.5 was the height of it, but still really good, better than it was without the exogenous ketones. So I don't know. I know exogenous ketones are like really expensive. I feel like this container was $20. It's supposed to have 60 pills in it, so it's like a 30-day supply. I don't know. I might start incorporating this kind of regularly and see see how my weight fluctuates. But we will see tomorrow morning how my weigh-in goes, and see if these actually made a difference as far as my weight goes. So I will check back in with you guys tomorrow morning. Wish me luck. Okay, this is because I'm not gonna do it anymore. So this is the day after my full day 5 of the juice cleanse, just to see day 5's results. Okay, so you just saw my weigh-in for the day after the 5th day. So that's kind of like my ending weight or my results for day 5. So I'm going to go ahead and just give a brief summary of the whole 5-day challenge. So I know that this video is going to be long again, and it's very in-depth. So if you just want kind of a summary of what I did and how I felt and my results, I'll give it to you now. So each day I felt pretty good. Even the first day was not that difficult to get through. I basically only had half of an energy drink in the morning, 8 ounces of kefir in the afternoon, and then either half a Powerade or an ice or a Propel, some kind of beverage in the evening. Didn't have anything else, no supplements, and no solid foods. So that's what I did each day. So I'll go ahead and go over my weight every day. So I'll just put a disclaimer if I haven't already. This is not a way to eat for life. I wouldn't even suggest doing this, I don't know, more than a few times a year. I don't do this very often. It's just when I'm really feeling bad and I want something different to kind of make me feel better. This consistently makes me feel better after I do it, like while I'm doing it, but then also after I stop doing this juice cleanse. I feel better and can go about figuring out what foods I can have in my keto diet that will allow me to continue to feel good. Another disclaimer, I'm very sensitive about my weight, as I think a lot of people are, so I'm trying to put my weight out there just so if you are a similar size to me, maybe this will help you identify if this is something you would want to try or not. But I know I'm not the biggest person in the world, but I'm also not the smallest person in the world. I have weight that I want to lose, and I'm very sensitive about it. So please be considerate if you put anything in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. So morning of day 1, my starting weight was 139.6. So I was actually thinking that was going to be a bit higher than it actually turned out to be. But anyways, that's what it was. I thought I was over 140, but I was actually just barely under. So I started at 139.6. After doing the first full day of juicing, the morning of day 2, I weighed in at 136.4. So most of that's water weight, but that loss from my starting weight and just doing one full day of juicing was 3.2 pounds. Then on day 3, I weighed in at 135.0. So the weight loss of day 2 was 1.4 pounds. Then on day 4, I weighed in at 134.6. So the loss from day 3's juicing was only 0.4 pounds. And that was really confusing to me because I didn't do anything differently. So I'm not sure what happened there. But on day 5, I weighed in at 133.2. So the loss of day 4 was 1.4 pounds again. Day 6, I weighed in at 132.2, and that was a loss of 1 pound from day 5's full day of juicing. So my total loss for the entire 5-day juice cleanse was 7.4 pounds. That was an entire pound more than what I lost when I did the egg fast. That was a total that I had lost. I was pretty happy with that. I only did it for 5 days. The 5th day was pretty difficult just because I think I knew the end was coming. But I found it to be pretty easy. I was able to sleep really well because I was pretty tired by the end of the day because I didn't have a whole lot of sustenance to keep me going. So for me, who has trouble sleeping, it was really nice to have a week where I was sleeping well. So I feel like there's definitely some great perks of doing the cleanse. A maybe con would be that it might be challenging for some. I've done this quite a few times over the last 3 years, so I've probably gotten used to it a little bit more because I remember it being a lot more difficult when I first did it. So it might be a good idea if you're wanting to ease your way into doing a 5-day cleanse to maybe do a 3-day cleanse. Or even a 2-day cleanse. I think really just doing it more than one day would allow you to feel a lot better because when I first started doing the juice cleanses, the first day was always really, really difficult to get through. So I would suggest if you want to start doing it, do at least 2 days. I really like doing this kind of a cleanse because it's something I could do during the work week, and it kind of makes the work week go by a little quicker because I am just like really focused on staying hydrated and going to bed early and just focusing on me. Although another con is that if things are extra stressful at work, as it was for me during the last 2 days, it can be really difficult to want to stay on track. But that's kind of the case for any weight loss journey because, with stress comes the cravings of binge eating and, carby foods and comfort foods and all the things that we try and avoid. So that's my conclusion for this juice cleanse. I thought it was really helpful. Please let me know in the comment section below if you found this video to be helpful. I kind of want to do more challenge videos in the future, like diet challenge videos. So if you want to put a suggestion in the comment section of a different kind of challenge you want me to try, I've been thinking about doing OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, which sounds like it'd be really challenging for me because I don't like going with absolutely nothing for most of the day, but I might be able to do like OMAD where I have a lunch as my 1 meal. I don't know. Also, I've been thinking of trying carnivore for a week. So put in the comment section if you'd be interested in seeing anything like that. Otherwise, I'll just kind of be flying blind and doing whatever I think is interesting, which is fine, but I'd really like to know what you guys think. So please put it in the comment section and we can have a discussion about it. Until next time, guys, bye.